Welcome once again to the Food and Drink Business Podcast live stream of interviews being conducted here on the exhibition floor at Food Pro 2023 and sponsored by TriMat Systems. G'day once again, Lindy.
Yes, I'm getting comfortable in this seat now, right?
I know, right?
I think I'll just spend the afternoon here, but I'm very excited because I'm talking about something that's not packaging this time.
Oh, wow.
I've got two guests with me here from SGS Australia, Domenic Rossitto and Dora Mindakis. Now, Domenic, I don't know very much about SGS Australia. I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here, but I'm very pleased to know that you are going to fill me in. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So SGS Australia is part of a larger global company. So we're the world's leading testing, inspection and certification business globally. We operate in 80 countries around the world and have over 90,000 employees. So quite a large organisation. And primarily in Australia, we deal with certification. So auditing businesses, management systems, making sure they're compliant in certain areas, depending on what they do. But in the food manufacturing area, we're quite large with GFSI standards, HACCP, and some second-party customised solutions for businesses to help them achieve those food safety goals.
So is this your first Food Pro?
We did one quite a while ago, but it's the first one in about 5 years or 6 years. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. And so what brings you here? What in terms of the market demand for your certification?
I think post the lost years, which I like to call it, I think it's good to get back out there and start networking again, and a lot of different faces, what we're used to. So it's been good to see the new players in town and get a good gauge of what people want out in the market too. A lot of different buzzwords are floating around these days, a lot in the sustainability area and things like that. So it's been good. Yeah.
Are there any particular sectors in the food industry where there's a greater demand for your certification services?
There is. So the larger scale manufacturers, they really need this to be able to supply to retailers, and to get that big business, they need this sort of certification. But nevertheless, showing good food safety in their premises is really important, even for smaller businesses. So, we're seeing some good demand and some really good inquiries coming through.
Now, another hot topic area, Dora, is the area that you work in as technical manager. Cybersecurity. What's going on in the food space?
Absolutely. It's one of those areas. I think, during COVID, we saw a lot of businesses really become alert to the threats. And I think one of the areas that a lot of small businesses sort of looked at and thought, I'm too small to worry about cybersecurity, really realised that irrespective of size, the threat of cyber is everywhere. You don't have to be a multinational like a Medibank or an Optus to get attacked. Obviously, the sophistication behind those sort of cyber attacks are very different to those of a small business. A small business that doesn't have a lot of IT support becomes easy targets. It's a lot easier. And these days, everyone's moving to the cloud. Everything's done virtually. So the risk is huge. And it's even more important for smaller businesses that can't afford to spend a lot of money on cybersecurity. If they do get attacked, it can end their business. So one of the key things is, it's a journey. You don't have to do everything at the one time, but to have that awareness, to have a plan, a roadmap, so that you can work towards securing not only your business, your employees, but also to giving that confidence to your customers that you're taking their data seriously, and that you have their back. So when they transact with you, you're doing it in a safe way.
So what would be your advice to let's say there's a startup company and they are making protein balls that they package or something. They're doing a lot of social media activity, so they're gathering information from people. What would be your advice to them as a starting point if they don't even know where to begin on cybersecurity?
Yeah. So obviously, depending on what industry sector you're targeting, the risk will be higher. So say, for example, you're looking at your financial sector, then, you're collecting payments, credit card payments. That's always very, very high risk. So certification along the lines of 2701 is really important. that will allow you to start increasing your maturity, like to build on, your cyber maturity over time. But it's a great idea to come and see us. We're here for the next couple of days.
T52.
T52. Come past, and we'd love to have a chat to discuss where, if you're looking to start off, or if you're a little bit mature, you've already done some either penetration testing or certification, we can certainly help build on that. There's a new 2701 standard coming out, so we're already helping a lot of organisations move towards that transition.
And have you had, Dominic, some interesting conversations already on your stand?
Oh, I have actually, yeah. A lot of inquiries in regards to what we're doing in the ESG area, so the environmental sustainable governance. So that's in regards to your carbon reporting and businesses getting ready, because I think we all know what's coming in this world and what we need to get ready for, and how we're going to be reporting our net zero targets. So a lot of discussions around that area, which has been fantastic. And just general food safety, and there's been a few cybersecurity ones as well that have come through. So
I think one of the other key benefits with SGS is because we're a global company, and a lot of the organisations here are global organisations. Yeah. So what you want to be able to do is to leverage an organisation that can help you in multiple jurisdictions. So even if you're selling into Australia or Japan or in Europe or the US, we have affiliates that can assist in doing that across all those jurisdictions. So you're not left to do separate.
Because I would imagine that certification differs from region to region and the requirements. Yes. So if you're an operator here and you're exporting into another market, what you need to have certified here might be a whole different ball game somewhere else.
But it's good to know that you can get that with one company, and we've got experts in all those areas, so we can help streamline that process for everyone.
Well, thank you once again for joining us today and telling me so much that I didn't know about certification and cybersecurity. Remind me of the stand number.
T52.
T52, everybody. So if you haven't yet got down to Food Pro, do so. Come along and see SGS Australia on T52.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, folks. And of course, thanks to everyone who's been tuning in to this food and drink business interview that was conducted live from the exhibition floor with all the sights and sounds that we've got here at Food Pro 2023. We'll be back shortly with another informative discussion sponsored by TriMat Systems, who have asked me to say, are you looking to reduce labour processes resulting in a boost to your profits? TriMat Systems offer automation solutions that will take your productivity to the next level. Contact them today at trimat.com.